What's up, guys? Today we're going to talk for Whiteboard Wednesday HIIT or high intensity interval training. So with high intensity interval training, it's a workout that alternates between short bursts of intense exercise periods and periods of rest or lower intense activity. So we're talking where you're going all out for maybe 30 seconds and then 30-second recovery, or even it could be active recovery depending on how it's planned. So you have this high intense period followed by a recovery period, then another high intense period followed by a recovery period for so many different rounds. So when we're looking at the benefits, you can burn more calories in less time. There's also an afterburn effect where you're burning more calories for a longer period of time. It's time efficient. You can do these workouts in like 15 to 30 minutes as compared to like long, slow distance aerobic work where it's basically long periods of time, like an hour, 45 minutes, things like that. When we're looking at it, it'll increase VO2 max and it lowers blood pressure. So the drawbacks are that a lot of times with this, you're increased fatigue due to intensity. So if it's not planned out well, you're going to have issues with recovery. You're going to need better recovery time or pay more attention to your sleep, eating right, things like that. If you do too many high HIIT workouts in a row, your CNS is probably going to be down. You're going to have trouble when it comes to recovery. Mental toughness is a must. If you're not able to really push yourself into periods of where your body's telling you to stop and you're one of those people that just always listens, you're probably not going to be able to do HIIT. It's not for beginners. You normally want a decent base going into it, and you have to be disciplined over your recovery where most people aren't. A lot of people don't pay much attention to sleep, things like that. When we're looking at this from a strength and conditioning perspective, a lot of times coaches love HIIT workouts for conditioning work, but normally a lot of times it can be a bad idea because if you're playing your sport, you're normally going HIIT with it. So just like anytime we're doing like work with athletes, we're trying to find ways to help them recover as well. Oftentimes you'll throw in long, slow distance days where you're not going very high heart rate, so they're able to recover. This is not something you do like, say, a baseball pitcher, a starter, after they would throw. You're probably not doing a HIIT workout the next day. They're going to be fatigued. So it needs to be planned properly in with what you're doing. Now, examples of some HIIT workouts. Tabata, you can do multiple Tabatas where it's different exercises where you're going 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. And you go through all one exercise and the next for different 8 rounds. So they're 4-minute rounds each. You can do multiple ones of that for a workout. You can go 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off for 30 minutes. You do Mass 1, Block 1 is probably one of the gnarliest GPP workouts I've ever done. So general physical preparation where you are going 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, 10 different exercises, big movements. It's not your traditional HIIT workouts because it is very intense when it comes to weights and it's going to actually put size on, but it is technically a HIIT workout. When we're looking at some of my favorites, row 20-second max effort and then 40-second recovery, 10 rounds of it. It's absolutely terrible. And then row 250 meters, 10 burpees every 3 minutes. You're going to do that. So depending on how quickly you do it, that's how long your recovery period is going to be. With HIIT workouts, you just got to remember, like, they're very intense, so you need to make sure that you're working on your recovery and programming accordingly so you don't get injured.